You have habits just like me. Talk too much with strangers. Get way too serious around family. And I don't have any wishes, but when I kiss you, our lips fit well. And I don't have expectations, but when I daydream, I fall asleep, and our hands melt. It started out as teasing, but I had deeper meaning when I touched your chest. Now I don't know how, but if I and I don't have any wishes, but when I kiss you, our lips fit well. And I don't have expectations, but when I daydream, I fall asleep, and our hands melt. But if I did all along, and I don't have our lips fit well, and I don't have expectations, but when I daydream, I fall asleep, and our hands melt.
We want to thank our friends at MetaBrands for sponsoring our eSport event. MetaBrands is a metaverse resource DAO that provides instant exposure to the top-performing NFTs, play-to-earn models, and player-owned economies.
You are someone who can always make a difference. You are who you are, and no one can ever change you. Don't wait around before it gets too late, 'cause your time is now. Stand up and make
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to once again, we are here for the Turbo Snow Tournament brought to you by StakeCube eSports number 2 today. I'm here with the one and only Imagine Action, who is always with me. How are you, my good man?
I'm really good for this second tournament of the year at StakeCube eSports. Really great to be back again with 4 teams that make the group stage very well. Let's introduce them for the moment. 4 teams that we know for some, and some have fallen at the group stage, like Atevita. Did you see Atevita fall on the group D? The group C, it was the black pole, you know.
Yeah, it was a weird. So this Group C was actually quite a weird one because Advinta and Salami, who Salami were actually first at the time on a 4-0, Advinta beat them and put them on 4-1, and Advinta were 4-1 as well. But due to game difference, Ice Wolves actually came up with their 4-1 and ended up getting first. So Advinta knocked out Salami, but actually knocked out themselves in the process. Gave Ice Wolves the win. So that was a very weird group where Ice Wolves managed to get through by the skin of their teeth.
Game average difference for Ice Wolves, the players from Europe. I don't know the nationality of the players. Richie Gaming, Wolf Killer, and Joe Kirsch. So we will know when they will be on the field. In front of them, it's it will be Join the Force. It's the first game that we will be casting. The Dutch team with Owen, Weasley, and Jinxed went 5-0 on the group and beating Stardrift as well.
Yeah, I know they beat
last week.
Beat Stardrift, who were in last week. They didn't have the best of their series today with a 2-3. It was a hard group by the looks of it. It was very split. And this Join the Force side could be a force to be reckoned with, no pun intended. But Glitch as well, they've got a few decent players who have come into the side as well. It's actually a good semi-finals for both today. Both teams are looking pretty decent in terms of big bubble names that can be, you know, big names in the future. And I mean, there is a few that we'll talk about later in Dunno Chief. I think that Dunno Chief have a few big names in the bubble scene, and I think that they've just picked up a player from Team Orange Gaming as well. The Foxes. I don't know why you would ever want to leave the Foxes, but Dunno Chief are really starting to look good with Youngstar joining as well.
Especially,
Yeah.
Totally
Youngstar
agree.
joining the team is a huge pickup for Dunno Chief. We've seen him before in the finals of StakeCube, and they did really well then. And with Youngstar on their side, they could look really scary today.
Yeah, sporting the World Tournament with Youngstar, 18 years old from Germany. Former team Juicy Kids with I don't know if I will remember well, but I think it was with Freaky or something like that. Vibin and High Speed that we saw one time at a one StakeCube eSport tournament with Magma, French player. It was my first tournament casting here, and Magma was outplaying everything, but didn't manage to end at end well. But still, we have Youngstar with Vogue and Flow, 17 years old as well, for the second semi-final. We'll be playing best of 3 for the semi-finals, best of 5 for the third place match and the grand finals, and still on the line, $250.
Yeah, and I mean, you know how much I love these best of 3s. They're so quick fire, and you've got to start fast. You cannot be on the back foot from the start. Momentum is just so important in these best of 3s, and getting that game 1 is just so important. And we saw it last week where they were both 2-1 games, but the winning team was the one who ended up getting that first game. And it's just so important that you get off to a good start and get going good.
There were no sweep last week every single game went to the last game, so it was really close series. I don't know if we will see the same today with the group stage. There were 3 teams on the group C that were scary, and we'll see if the seeding was pretty good for the 4 teams. We'll start with a great matchup, Join the Force against Ice Wolf. What do you see at the first
Join the Force versus Glitch. Versus Glitch's first game.
Glitch first, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't you?
This one's an interesting one. I think that it's another one of those games that we talk about where you've got one team who we know can be good and one team that we haven't seen before. And it's kind of like you can't really analyze it in a way without looking at the first game. And I think that this is another one of those games. But I do think that Join the Force have a good side and definitely can create... It wouldn't be an upset, but it would be an upset in our eyes, as in we haven't seen them play. So we can't really... they could be the best team in the bubble scene. You just don't know yet because they're a new team. And new teams are always, in my opinion, new teams are the scariest because you've never played them before. You don't know what they're like. You don't know how they play. And in these best of 3 scenarios where you don't have enough games to analyze their gameplay, it can be scary.
Yeah, surely CB and Nika maybe know something about that Italian team, Glitch. So we'll introduce them just in a few moments. And Join the Force, really known Dutch team with Owen and Weasley. They were playing at MCon at Amsterdam. It's a great team out there. So we'll see for the first semi-final. As you told us, best of 3 can be full of upsets. So we'll know in a few minutes. Players are coming on the field in a moment. We are
prediction?
Maybe,
Prediction. What do you reckon?
I see Join the Force going 2-0. What do you see?
Yeah, I'll say that we go to game 3. I'll say Join the Force win 2-1. Just based on lineups and scary factor. I think these best of 3s can be that scary factor that I was talking about can come in where it's a new team, you don't know how they play, you get to game 1 and all of a sudden you're 2-0 down 30 seconds in because you just haven't realised how they play quickly. If it is a quick team, a team that likes to attack fast, it could become a whitewash, but I do think that game 3 might come. We might get a game 3. I'll say Join the Force do win it in the end.
Yeah, surely I think so as well. 5-0 on the group stage. I think they're just really good team. Winning against Star Drift as well. Top 4 last week on the Turbo Snow 1. So I think, I just anticipate things and I think Join Force will make it on the finals, on the grand finals. Still, if you go on the 3rd place match, you can still win money. The title is again not at Evinta on the semi-finals, so it will be a brand new winner tonight.
Yeah, that's exactly it, and it's time to get started as we get ready for semi-final number 1, best of 3. Here we go.
Let's go. Let's play between those 2 teams, best of 3 against Duno Chief and Join the Force and Glitch. Italian players against the Dutch team. Let's see what they can do.
Is that an X-Devil? Somebody using an X-Devil? 2022? And Marcus scored in the first 6 seconds.
Oh, nice
and absolute, just perfect play. I mean, not much you can say about that other than just pretty solid. Just that was a pretty solid play to just turn on that straight away, get yourself an easy, fast goal. 6 seconds.
Good pre-flip from Mark and Mala. Oh, with the shot.
2 goals.
Just like a duelist, 1v1 player. Mala with a really nice goal against Jinxed. Really difficult to handle here.
We were talking about the scare factor and all that stuff. we had it the wrong way around. It looks like Glitch have got that scare factor. We're 10 seconds in, and it's 2-0 straight away because Join the Force just haven't been able to read the plays early from Glitch, just based on the fact that they haven't played each other before, and that can be really, really important. And that's why in the pro scene, scrims are really important as well, in my opinion. Learning how each team plays and benefiting from that so that you don't get put down in the first 10 seconds 2-0.
Oh,
and 3-0, mind you.
Now, Clever leads. Clever.
Yeah, we've seen him before.
Way.
We've seen Mr.
Nice
Cleverly
part.
before. He's been around the area in I'm not sure if it was with you or not, but he's definitely been
for me, but still a good
he's
player.
been around the StakeCube before. I've definitely seen him before because I used to make jokes about Tom Cleverly, who used to play for Manchester United, while he was playing. So I've definitely seen him before. He's definitely been here.
Well,
I mean, this is the only EU tournament I do, so it has to, it has to be on StakeCube.
Mala with a pre-flip. Oh! That's the second one for Mala. Decent shot with the flip reset. Getting here. So much space for the player. And Owen is too close to get the block. It's 4-0 already.
Well, 1 minute, 4 goals. So what's that? So it's going to be 16-0 at the end of this one, the rate we're going. So, yeah, this one, get ready for a long run if you're a fan of Join the Force, because at the moment they are dominating this game, and that one's nearly 5-0, but Jinx saves that one, and Join the Force really, really need to step it up a bit.
So many shots, and again, cleverly with a bump, Mala was trying to put some danger on the surface. Matthew on the right side with Owen. Yeah, he have space, and maybe he can stuck to edge ball, but Mark was on the way. Mark again, Mathieu with a pass, maybe finding his way to Owen. It's clearly open.
Oh, what a pass.
Wow. And faking maybe on the crossbar. Mark maybe for the shot. Double tag on his way. It's close, but it's defending by Jinx. Still 4-0.
The difference at the moment is just faster rotation. You can see it. You can see the rotation from both teams. You can see that Join the Force just look a bit nervous on their rotation compared to just the team of Glitch just knowing what they're doing, where their opponents are, as well as where their teammates are, which is really important. Here's a chance for Matthew. Couldn't quite get the tap on that one. Comes back to Jinx. Not quite. That was a chance just to get a bit of momentum, bit of consolation out of this first game that's been not going their way. But that one off the side of the post, no, it's knocked away by Cleverly, very cleverly in the end, and does well. Still 4-0.
They'll need accuracy, they need shots, they need power on their shots, and it's a counter attack. Cleverly alone, but good demolition from Jinx. And Mala, be careful, bumped away by Owen, the touch player. Don't want to see Mala scoring 3 goals. Jinx on the other side, cleverly, the shot. He's looking for his teammate, but Owen was on the way of the ball. Matthew maybe with a pass. Jinx with a shot. And what a save from Mark.
This is better. This is what Join the Force needed. Just a couple of minutes of proper Rocket League play. They haven't conceded a goal in 2 minutes. They're looking like they're attacking. Get a bit of momentum and get a bit of confidence, and they can get themselves back into this series.
3 brand new players from Italia with Mala, maybe with a second touch, trying to bump Jinx to make it the 5 goal happen. Jinx on the right side, he has space, the flick is gone, and Matthew maybe with a double tap. The angle is quite hard to read, but still, that's a decent opportunity for the blue team. Owen with the control, the shot is taken, but cleverly was on the way.
More pressure coming from the side here. They're trying to get something from this game, and there it is. Jinx gets a bit of a consolation. Not sure if they'll be able to come back on this one, but brilliant play from Matthew to get that pass off. And I always have a soft side for anybody who has Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon as your profile picture. So good goal there from Jinx.
Let's see if they can make it to the overtime. 1 minute left. 3 goals to go. Owen with a control. It's a bit hard here, and Jinx can take the ball away. Oh, what a team play! Maybe a second
bit
touch
too
by
hard.
Maitu. Owen, but it's a bit short on the near post. It was complicated to go on the way.
I don't
Good
know,
pass from
yeah.
Mala, and Owen's defending. 30 seconds left.
I don't know about you, but that chance there from Matthew, the first touch was a bit too hard for him to make something from it. It was too hard onto the post. Whereas if he had just made it a little bit softer, he would have had a play on the ball, but just a little too hard for him, and he ended up passing it too far high. Couldn't quite get to it, but it's a consolation in this game that they've actually started to play at the same pace. Their rotation's definitely changed, and if they play like they did in the second half of this game, they could take game 2. It'd be an upset, but they can take game 2.
Yeah, it's still possible. As you said, it's 4 goals a bit early on the game, and then the pace was for them. We've joined the force. Yeah. Good shots on the post, unfortunately, and good occasion, but they still need to make some power, some damage to the opponents. Yeah. The goal was close, was really close. They have a good defense at Glitch, so they need to push away those defense, and to be more powerful at the shots will be important for the next game.
Yeah, I mean, it was that shock factor in the end that we were talking about before the game that just kind of it really did look like the shock factor was there, but around the other way, if that makes sense. It just seemed as if the boys who joined the force just didn't get it started too quick, and Glitch was just very, 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 very smart with the ball early on. Got those 2 goals in the first 10 seconds, and there was just no coming back from there. Game 2.
Game 2, and the ball is for Cleverly, looking for his teammates on the corner. Yeah, good pass, good team play again from Glitch. Jinxed with a counter attack, is looking for Matthew. And the ball is going straight to Cleverly. Team play with a Mark on the left side. Maybe a pass with a bumped. Cleverly with a shot.
Pressure.
It's wide open. 1-0.
Just pressure in front again. That Mark coming back on rotation, just being a nuisance. Gets in the way of Matt. Couldn't get there in the end, and cleverly puts in the tap into the bottom left corner. Could have put it into the middle, but didn't want to. Wanted style points. Got it in the bottom left corner, and it is looking dominant from Glitch.
Cleverly with a counter. Good on the hook of Owen, and the match was missing his touch. Yeah, a bit scary by this Italian team. Owen with a boost, looking to another touch. Cleverly easily with a shot. It's not a target, so much power on this one, and Cleverly is looking for the clear.
Yep, just like the way I play this game. Hit it with too much power, ends up missing. That's the norm. But they gotta, if they start getting it on target and playing well here, they're getting a few passing plays in. They get a few on target, put some pressure on Glitch, get a couple of goals. They're still in this game, still so much time in it. They just gotta play it smart. Just try not to concede that second goal. You still got 3.5 minutes. You'll get your chance. They'll score.
Oh, what I read and what I see for the moment is the blue team giving away the ball too many times directly to the orange team. Join the force is really good at the midfield, looking for a recuperation of a ball really close to the blue team, just like here with Mark. Good demolition from him. Mala is taking his time, looking to fix one player, but Jinx is not naive. Mark on the other side. Matthew maybe with a touch, looking for the read on the ceiling. Mala with a fake. Cleverly is helping. Maybe a pinch here. Not enough to
good pass,
make
though.
it happen. Double tap.
What a save.
Will save by Matthew.
What a save. He had to predict the double on that one and just perfectly went on front of his car, or else it was 2-0. And now the pressure's starting to come. Now the pressure's starting to come from Glitch. They're trying to finish this one early. Cleverly should get to that one and knock it to the side. Jinx puts it back into a dangerous spot. Can Matthew get there? No, it's knocked off. Here's a chance for Mark, but it's going to be cut away. 2.5 minutes to go. We're halfway through game 2. It's still 1-0.
Oh, Mala at his mark on the ball cleverly with a shot. No one's on the way except Owen. Owen again is looking for an air draw ball on the left side. Nice touch, gentle touch to maybe looking for Matthew on the axis. Owen again with Mark with the ball is looking for a block. Matthew, is it on target?
That's
yes,
in.
it is. Matthew with egalization.
That's the first time in this series, in my opinion, that Glitch just were off rotation and they managed to get them off rotation from pressure. It was good pressure in the end. Join the Force, get that goal that I said they would get. They're back in this series.
2 minutes left. Mala with the ball, not looking for a flip reset, going for the block. And Owen have space. Jinx is waiting for the ball. Owen again blocked by Mark, and Jinx is on the way, but cleverly has anticipated all on the backboard. Mark with Matthew blocking the ball, and maybe it's for Mala. He's taking his time. Mala again, yeah, cleverly. He's looking for a bounce on the corner. Maybe looking for the bump. Matthew
Pressure.
on the side. Oh, it's crossbar,
There
but
it is.
nice read from Mark.
Good pressure from Glitch there when they need to suddenly turn on the pressure again because they've been equalised on. Mark with the perfect read off the crossbar. Just always looked in. Well played. 1.5 minutes to go, and Join the Force need to get their goal back.
What a surprise from the Italian team. I didn't see them here with 1 goal lead, 2-1 on the second game, and cleverly is passing here to Mala on the midfield. Good pass and good team plays between the players. Cleverly again for himself, maybe. Matthew is on the
Nearly.
way. Mala for the shot on the backboard, but Jinx was there.
1 minute to go. That's a good pass from Matthew to try and get it to Owen and create a play. Mark knocks it away to the side, but Jinx puts it in a good spot. It's been very good. Jinx,
Ooh,
here it goes
good
again off
post.
the post. Off the side of the post. Very, very close from being a very good team play. It was nearly jinxed to Matthew, back to jinxed. Couldn't quite get there in the end. This one's going to go down. Chance, maybe. Own goal. 2-2.
Oh,
There
what
it
an own
is.
goal.
The pressure.
Very
Pressure
hard.
plays on.
Hard read for Mark. He was on the backboard, but still he managed to put it on his own goal. 2-2.
Do you know
40
what
seconds left.
You know what stops that from being an own goal? If your teammate shouts, "Nobody's coming." That's all he had to say.
Oh, what a
Cleverly,
shot!
it's in.
And Mark, but he's getting the way at the end. 30 seconds left, and that Glitch team is doing everything they can to take the first spot on the grand finals.
Mind you, that's probably the closest you could get without scoring cleverly there. We'll call it a pass. It was 99% of the way in. Tries to find one himself. 20 seconds to go. Well done from Cleverly just to get that pass in quotation marks there to put the pressure back on. As now 15 seconds to go. Join the Force need to score a goal to get to overtime. They're going to have to put all the pressure on here. They're going to have to
maybe a
literally
double
force.
tap from
Here's a
Owen.
chance. Not
Cleverly
quite Cleverly would
with a
knock it
clear.
away.
Maybe a last occasion for Owen, and Jinx is a bit on his back. Owen with a pass back
Good
for
pass.
Matthew is still on the backboard. Cleverly
No boost.
is looking for clear on the left. Mala with a save. We're trying to
Nobody's
clear
got
it all
boost.
the way, and Cleverly is putting the ball down. Glitch is
Yep.
on grand finals.
Every single player there did not have boost on the side of Join the Force at the end of that game. I think it was going to be literally impossible for him to score, but at the end of the day, Glitch well deserved because they put a lot of pressure on at the start of the game. We were talking about shock factor and everything else, and that's exactly how they played that game. Went out there, just instantly started playing attacking. 4 goals in the first minute. It was probably, in terms of like goals per minute, that was probably the fastest we'd ever seen somebody start one of these StakeCube eSports semi-finals with 4 goals in the first minute. And I mean, it wasn't even that one-sided of an affair, even though it was 4-0 in the first minutes. They didn't score a goal after those 4 minutes, but still managed to hold on to get game one. And then in game two, it was pretty even, to be honest with you. It wasn't as one-sided as 2-0 would
No.
suggest.
Yeah, John Force was really close to equalize at the end. They have so much opportunities, but still, I mean, Glitch, they are so good. They managed to put the own goal, like the pressure, they put it to themselves. It's not from the opponent, and they were so good at the game, so good in the air with Mala. You see the flip reset, and so good communication between the players. They know what they're doing, and that's a pretty good opponent for a grand final for the second semi-final, which is coming, Ice Wolf against Donachov.
Yeah, and this one here is actually the one that I was looking forward to, because Donachov, with their brand new star in Young Star, is going to be playing in for Donachov, former Team Orange gaming player, and I mean, he's been around. He's played the game for a long time, and he's a player that really has that pop-off factor. And if they don't shut him off early, it's gonna be an easy 2-0. If they start shutting him off, put pressure on him, then there's absolutely a chance that Ice Wolves can win this one. I really do think that. It's just going to come down to whether or not the pop-off factor does come off from Youngstar. I know it's a lot of pressure on him, but I really do think that. I really do think that if Donachov win this game, it's going to be because Youngstar is a young star.
Yeah, so much experience already for this young teenager of 18 years old from Germany with Vogue and Flows. It's an entire Germany team, and they will be facing Ice Wolf. They went 4-1 on the group stage, and they beat Atevinta. They lost to Solami, but they won against Atevinta that won last week the Turbo Snow first edition. So I'm expecting Ice Wolf to be, solid, decent.
Yeah.
But I know, and I will agree with you, Youngstar will be the difference.
Yeah, I think that it's literally going to come down to that. But also, like, Ice Wolves have gotten here from a very weird circumstance that we haven't really seen in StakeCube, where they got through on a 4-1. Most teams that have been getting through on group stages do go the 5-0, just based on how group stages work and everything else. It's very rare to see the 4-1, and we saw 3 teams on 4-1. So I think they'll be happy that they're here on stream. They'll enjoy themselves. They'll have a lot of fun, and hopefully, we can have a game here, and they'll be thinking in their heads that we have a chance here. We can win this. I do think it's going to be hard for them, but if they can put some pressure on Youngstar, put some demos, maybe they're listening to me right now. Put some pressure on Youngstar. You'll have a chance.
Focusing that player.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Put some pressure on him. You will get your chances if you put pressure on him.
Yeah,
that's all I'll say. Coach Foxy,
his teammates. I don't know Vogue and Flow, so I don't know them. I don't know as well the players in Ice Wolf. We see Richie Gaming here on the chat. Let's see how he can do against a young star with his teammates Wolf Killer and Joe Kish. What can we expect for this team? They are decent. 4-1 in the group stage, as I said. Atevinta on the way. They could do anything. And Donachov with Youngstar, we said he has so much experience in Rocket League with Juicy Kids, with Vibe in High Speed as well. So it's good, it's decent, but I don't know. I will be discovering, just as you, Vogue and Flows. And if Youngstar is playing in the team, so I guess the teammate is playing good as well.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. And obviously they've picked him up for a reason. Looks like it's going to be a permanent thing as well. So this is kind of like a scrim session in a way, really, for this Donachov team. But also, I mean, for Ice Wolf, this is like the perfect definition of what I was saying about fear factor and just scare factor in terms of if you can start them off early and put Dunno Chief on the back foot, get a couple of goals, all of a sudden Dunno Chief are on the back foot and they start going, oh, this Ice Wolf side are actually good. We got to watch ourselves, etc., etc. Whereas in the opposite seat, you've got Ice Wolf who are going, yeah, we know Youngstar's good, so let's put pressure on him. It's actually in favour of Ice Wolf here, where you've got a better player on Dunno Chief that they know is a better player, therefore they'll put pressure on him. But Dunno Chief have never played Ice Wolf before, so they don't know what these guys are like. And there could be an absolute god on the team that we just don't know about, and that's where the shock factor comes in.
Yeah, first game will be determinant on the way the best of three will be played. One spot for the grand finals. We're just waiting for one team to enter the field. Glitch is has already claimed one spot for the grand finals, assuring them a minimum of $125 or $50 for the second place. Join the force will be heading at the third place match, waiting for the loser of his best of three. All the players are on the champions field, so let's start the best of three. Dunno Chief against Ice Wolves.
Time to get us started. Semi-final number 2, and this is the exciting one in my opinion, because this one's you've got a mixture again of that shock factor versus a team that we know can play good and has played good in these games in the past. And Youngstar, there it is, 3 seconds in. There you go, Foxy's a genius.
Incredible. Youngstar, you have to focus that player even at the kickoff. And if you see all the titles, we'll see at the end for you on the chat, but it's full of white titles. So it's full of Supersonic Legend here. So it will be a great series, I think.
In Europe as well. I mean, it's shocking enough in OCE. I mean, we don't have many white titles because of the fact that we just don't have enough not high level players, but we don't have a good curve of players. Yeah. So like you've got the really good players, and because they're so good, it's really hard for anybody else to get Supersonic Legend in our region. And it's in Europe, because you've got such a mixture of good players, it really does, it helps in that perspective that the curve is kind of a bit higher in the EU and NA than what it is in OCE at the moment. And I mean, anybody with the white title in any region is godlike, but in Europe to have a white title, you got to be special.
Yeah, definitely with the level,
here's
very
a chance.
Level here.
Oh,
yeah, was anticipating the block and
faked the block and it worked.
Yeah. So we'll see how it's happening here. Good pass from Youngstar, but Flows is a bit short on the ball. Youngstar is starting to looking for pre-flips. It's not working for the moment, but still, he's trying to put some pressure on the blue field. Richie Gaming, so he has to control it. Nice pinch from Brock, but it's still 1-0. So
yeah,
decent match.
Balanced. Oh, that one's nearly in. It is in.
Maybe unbalanced.
Youngstar.
Because of Youngstar, it's unbalanced.
Yeah, this one's come to the side, and I think that Killer actually fakes Joker. Yep, and it puts him out of position, and Youngstar kind of notices that, goes straight to it, and that's the eyes of a smart player there, noticing when it's awkward in defense. He goes up for it, and it's 2-0.
Good dribble, faking the flip reset, making his way to the blue field. On the other side, there's Flows. He's looking for a shot at near post, but it's only touching the post. Oh, Youngstar with an angle.
Oh.
Post Flows with a crossbar to post. Youngstar again.
He's got it.
What an angle! What an angle!
Unbelievable start. I mean, even we were talking him up before the match and everything else. I didn't expect 3 goals in 2 minutes. It's definitely. I said at the start that if Youngstar pops off, they'll win this easy, and he's popping off early.
Oh yes, it is.
There he is.
4 goals For Youngstar, it's already 600 points with only 2 minutes played. What a goal again! What a read! What a player!
Yeah. All I can say is the person jumping for joy at the moment is the owner of Dunno Chiefs, because this is a brilliant pickup for this side. The way that they're playing and the way that they play together.
Again
He's
and
got
again, 5 goals. That's a manita, 5 goals, like 5 fingers in Spanish, but here, that's a German player that is making his way again on the net. It's 5-0, incredible prestation from a Youngstar. You describe it well, Foxy.
Yeah.
He's the one who makes the difference.
Yeah, and that's exactly it, is that he's definitely made the difference here. Never had more than 6 goals by one player. Oh, there's Joker here with the 1. Joker Jr. gets 1 back just for probably consolation in the end, but it's a good bang. Just a good, easy, simple bang. Just put it in the net. That's all you got to do. They get 1 back. I mean, I've seen weirder things happen, but I mean, we've never seen 6 goals from an individual player in StakeCube in any game before. And he's one goal away, and we got 2 minutes to go. So we'll see if he can get himself the first double hat trick in StakeCube history as he tries to get that one off. But it's a good pass.
Yeah,
good pass. 6-1. He's a passing player too.
He's altruist. He's not selfish. Youngstar, 5 goals and now 1 pass. 2 minutes to make it maybe to 5 passes and 5 saves. So we have a decent player. So, but
there's two milestones here because there hasn't been a player with 1,000 score either, and he's on 769 with 2 minutes to go.
All the players and the pinch. They are so creative here. Rich Gaming on the other side. Can he make it to the orange field? It is. And that's a ball for Vox. So many space. He's looking for flows on the other side. What a redirect. It's simple, but it's working.
Yep. That pass there was just perfect. Saw him straight away. I mean, and the shot was simple, but because it had so much pace on it, it was too hard to read in the air. And, I mean, you know, if there's any Germans in the crowd, you've got yourself a Brazil. It's 7-1.
Yeah, Youngstar. For Germany team is putting a Brazil for the first game here, casted by StakeCube eSport. Youngstar, he has so many space, looking for a flip reset. On the setting, it was on target, but Joker Jr. is not looking happy here with his teammates. Will kill a decent clear, but yeah, good pass from Richie Gaming, but not enough to make some struggle, some danger on the orange field.
I mean, there just hasn't been enough pressure on Youngstar. I did say that there had to be some type of extra man who does get in the way of Youngstar. Just give him a bit of... Just make him salty, if that makes sense. Just make him mad. And he won't play as good as he currently has. He's been given too much room, too much play.
Or demoing. Yeah.
Just anything to get him a bit salty, to get him a bit mad, and maybe then he'll play a bit weird. But he's played brilliant in this first game, and 813 score with 20 seconds to go tells you that this has been quite the dominating game from Youngstar. And I mean, Foxy predicted it.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, he's done very well, Youngstar, this first game.
Yeah, pinch for the honor for maybe the last goal here, but what a game from Youngstar with all the points. Is close to 1,000 Youngstar. I think I see him tweet it a bit the last time. I think he's looking for a career of pro, but he's looking for it, and really decent player, really young, 18 years old only. He played with best players in Germany, just like Freaky, and it will be an important. I don't know how to describe it, but thing player in
Yeah.
Germany.
Yeah.
Inspiration.
Yep. I think that to become a pro in EU, you definitely need to work yourself up in the ranks. You can't just try to find the best team you possibly can straight away. And I think that the way he's looking, as well as he has been moving himself up the ranks and been playing with some decent bubble teams and everything else. And I mean, he keeps playing like this and showing himself, showing that he can do these type of things in streamed matches. People are going to be watching. That people are going to see this. I'm sure that especially when he's trying to find teams, etc. There's what are we? 8 seconds in,
So
and he scores
great
again.
on the shots, on the
8
touches.
seconds in.
It's pretty incredible.
How high is he?
Touches.
Look how high he is.
So easy for him. That's incredible. I remember play one time or maybe twice with him in ranked. He was with me. Youngstar, yeah. It was like a bit struggling in 1080 800, but still,
Yeah.
it was last season. And now, when I see him playing like that, I mean,
Yeah.
so much progression.
Yeah.
Player, it's incredible. And here again for the second goal, maybe stealing. Flows is blocking. Oh, but Vok is here.
The demo happened, and all three of them were fighting for this one. You got the demo up in here. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. From to see that a player is coming behind you like that is a lot harder than it seems. And he just turns right into him as he comes past, and they're playing with their food here. They're absolutely playing with their food.
Yeah, definitely. And they're just so good, so high on the air, just like Youngstar. Flows with a shot.
Bang.
Nice wall shot from Flows. It's already 3-0 and it's only 1 minute played.
I mean, funnily enough, this is still not as many goals as we've had in 1 minute. We had 4-0 in the last series, but this one's looking a lot more dominant. Very, very one-sided from Dunno Chief. They've looked very good, and I mean, Dunno Chief have played in StakeCube before, and they did get to the semi-finals last time. They were nowhere near as quality as what this Dunno Chief is. They are looking brilliant.
Maybe a bit of redemption here with Jockey Jr.
Yep.
Richie Gaming on the corner. He has to find a solution. Maybe here with Vokiller. But Vok was on the way. Jockey. Flip reset. Well, already stopped and blocked by Youngstar. Jockey with Flows. It's just like he was pacing. Flip resets and eliminating one person.
Yeah.
3-0. And this orange team is looking so good, so scary for the grand finals against Glitch.
Yeah, this is one of the Youngstar just doesn't quite get that one. Good save. It's very unconventional as well. Like from this Dunno Chief side, I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of their goals are very quick. They get the touch and they just put it in the net like that.
Yeah.
That's it. Just put it straight in. Don't worry about doing your flip resets and dribbling it up in the air. Just get it towards net, get the shot off, perfect pass. No way he was missing that. 4-0.
Yeah, and surprising everyone with a fight. They are looking for every opportunity to make the block, and still they manage to
Very
play
fast.
together, really close to each other. Just like they know so much rotating way all the way back, so they still with each other on the when you start to defend on the overfield. So that's pretty good from them. Oh, they're looking for highlights. They're looking definitely for highlights.
Yeah. This is a team that this is a chance for a flip reset. Well saved. And then comes back to Richie and couldn't quite put it in. See, that's the difference I was talking about in terms of just speed, in terms of just get the ball in the net, just bang it in. And that time went for the dribble, couldn't quite get it, and just unfortunate in the end. But this team from Dunno Chief is one of those teams that I can go, yep, they're definitely communicating. You can tell. you can you don't need to know that they're talking on Discord right now to know that they're talking on Discord. This team is looking very, very teamwork, just orientated, and everybody's rotating fast and perfectly, and nobody's crashing into each other because they're all calling fast. And I can guarantee you saying, "Yep, I'm left. Yep, I'm right. Yep, I'm middle." It doesn't matter where they are. They're making sure that they don't hit each other, and the rotation, which is a very important part of the game that people don't usually look at when it comes to these type of games. But the rotation is the reason that they're getting so much domination on the ball.
Yeah, it's actually on point, and maybe here an occasion for Jockey Junior, young star. He's making some ish.
Yes.
It's incredible from Youngstar how he's fixing the last opponent. Wolf Killer can do anything. He's moving the way, and at the time Killer went for the block, Youngstar decided to hook the ball away. That's incredible from Youngstar.
That's the difference. Just get the ball in the net. I love to see it. I really do. I sometimes Youngstar, boom, hat trick again. He's gotten 2 hat tricks in 2 games, and this is exactly what I was talking about. Is I love Rocket League when it's just bang, put the ball into the net. Sometimes people overplay Rocket League and try to dribble goals in when they shouldn't. I've seen players in that situation control it, try to put it in the net, just bang it in. That's exactly how they're playing it. They're playing brilliant. They've had 13 goals in 2 games, and pretty much all of them have just been from just put the ball in the net. Good Rocket League.
Yeah, nice Rocket League. Nice from the Germany team. The Juno Chief team. I was looking for the name of the team. Juno Chief team is looking so scary. How Glitch can do that? But I mean, Glitch was surprisingly good. So Youngstar with Ariel play.
Glitch have a good defensive side to them. But with how fast this team is playing, they're going to have to play different than what they did in the previous game, because they played slower in defense last game. But the way that the rotation is looking from Dunno Chief, you won't be given that time. You won't be given the time that you were given in the previous series. You can see here, just touches are being put to the side. There's just 3 players up, pressure's on non-stop, and they won't be given the time that they had in the last series. So it's just going to come, in that grand final, it's going to come down to, once again, can they stop the pressure? Can they stop Youngstar putting that pressure on? Don't give him the confidence early of giving him a goal in the first 3 seconds on a kickoff, and maybe you'll have a chance. But Youngstar, 2 hat tricks, definitely my Youngstar of the match on this one, and it's going to be hard to win a grand final against this guy if he plays the way he did there.
Yeah, definitely scary for Glitch on the grand finals. Juno Chief take the 2nd spot on the grand final. It's $250 on the line at the end. The title of the Turbo Snow 2. First one was taken by Arte Vinta, but they were lost on the Group C with Ice Wolf that won.
They didn't get to fight. They didn't get to fight for their title today. But
yeah, it's incredible teams today. Glitch and Juno Chief are looking really great, and Youngstar especially. So it will be grand finals just after. Amazing for both teams to make it on the grand finals. John Force will be facing Ice Wolf. We haven't seen them playing. It's like Juno Chief was so much with a possession. They have the ball all the time and they have pressure. So it was a bad time, but against John Force, it will be maybe more balanced. So we'll see how it will be.
This will be a lot more even in terms of just gameplay, and especially with it being a best of 5 as well. Both teams, in terms of the way they play, this could be a very even 50-50 match. But we'll have to see what happens with that one, as we will go for a quick break, and we will be back with the 3rd place match and the grand final after this break.
We want to thank our friends at Metabrands for sponsoring our eSport event. Metabrands is a metaverse resource DAO that provides instant exposure to the top performing NFTs, play-to-earn models, and player-owned economies.
But I can feel the fire inside, so there won't be nothing tonight. We crossed the line, and now it's clear to see the light behind the suffering. Believe we'll finally be free. Let the silhouette cast upon your heart, turning every little moment into scars. Baby, it's our chance to make a start, so we can fly.
I know that we will make it. I know that we will make it. I know that we will make it. I know that we.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to StakeCube eSports with Turbo Snow 2 tournament. Thank you to Metabrands as well, who have done fantastic with the behind-the-scenes stuff and with the new UI and everything that's come in. Thank you to Metabrands for that, and to Cryptic as well for also being part of today's journey with us as we go through the bracket.
Yeah, the bracket with the semi-finals that happened just before. Join the Force lost against Glitch, which is on the grand finals, facing Donut Chief, which has won a large sweep against Ice Wolf. So we will see Join the Force against Ice Wolf just after the third place match. What's on the line? It's $50 and a top 3, decent top 3 for StakeCube eSport. There are like 20-30 teams each series, so it's quite nice to be top 3 against 18 others team. So good for Join the Force and Ice Wolf. And the great final that we will be waiting for will be just after the first best of 5 for third place, and best of 5 again for the great final.
Yeah, it's good to see a third place playoff. The last two we've struggled to get them going, but we will have a third place playoff. And I mean that not only is this $50, which is that's a few drinks for the boys, but it's, you always want to win these games. You don't want to come into the stream games and lose both your games. And I think that that heads will probably be down on the side of Ice Wolves after what happened in the previous match. But if they can remain confident and get themselves into this series, and I think that this series is more of a closer affair for them. If anything, I'd almost put them on the top for this one. Just based on some of the individual plays that they did have in that game. And they were dominated, but it was because it was against a better side rather than them playing bad. However, prediction best of 5. I'll say we go
I really
4.
don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say we go 4 games. I'll say Join the Force 3-1.
Jordan Force 3-1. I was looking for Ice Wolf. Looking, I mean, not decent against the best team maybe on the tournament with Juno Chief, and if we see some skill on those games, I think it will be game 5. Join the Force winning because of experience of Owen and Weasley. They are playing like it's like 2 years ago. They are playing for the moment, so
Yeah.
it's quite decent for those players. And I mean, I saw him against Glitch. It was a bit like balance, and Ice Wolf couldn't manage to just make a solid defense. So I mean, there are so much holes on the defense. So I mean, I think Joint Force will make it at the end.
Yeah, I think literally the only reason why they lost that first series was that shock factor. And because, I mean, 4 goals in the first minute is going to let anyone, disappear off the chopping block. But I mean, we're only. I mean, me personally, I think that the only reason why Join the Force are favourites in this one is because of how dominant the last series was. But that's the question of, were Dunno Chief just really, really good? I mean, I guess we'll find out here. This is probably the ultimate test for this Eyes Wolf side. And I think that they can do it. They really can. I can't go past
the last series.
I just can't go past the last series, unfortunately. When you play a game and it's like 7-1 and 6-0, personally in your head, it's very hard to come back. You could be a really good player. You could be one of the best in the world. If you just lost a game 7-1, your mental goes down. It doesn't matter if you're the best player in the world or not. This will be a good test for them, though. I really do think that if Ice Wolves can get game 1, their confidence might just start going up, and all of a sudden our predictions could just be out the window.
That's the first time we saw them at the playoff stage, and I mean, in the group stage, they went well. 4-1, game average to get on top against Atevinta, the team that won the last tournament. So, I mean, I think if we see the entire tournament for them, that's a good performance so far. And it could be better with that first place match if they go wild. They go wild against the Joint Force. I mean, they have nothing to lose, so just put everything on the series, and let's see what they can bring to the table.
Well, that's exactly it. If they start playing it to their style, they can absolutely do it, and I absolutely do think that they can do it. It is time to go. Best of 5. We are ready to go. Best of 5. Here we go. Game 1. Third place playoff. We get a third place playoff here on StakeCube for the first time in a while. The last 2 have ended up in forfeits. We actually get one today, and it's time to get it going. $50 on the line.
So let's do it maybe with Richie Gaming. Matthew with the first occasion, but it's good block from Jockey Jr. A win with Richie Gaming. Good defending here with Jensen. Pass back to maybe Matthew, but it's already blocked. Good defending team skills. Oh, what a pass. And what a 1-2 on the surface.
I don't know about
team
you.
Play so quick.
I don't know about you, but that was probably the best goal we've seen today. Just in terms of just team play. And I know we've seen a lot of goals from Dunno Chief, but that just topped the lot. That was brilliant.
Nothing to hide, and what a response from Richie Gaming. That was quick again.
Yeah.
Jake said, "Oh yeah, he left dash turn, so he wasn't blocking the ball. So it's 1-0.
Yeah, it's back. They've got their goal back, and I mean that just completely cancelled out that good goal, and that can be a mental thing as well. You've worked hard to get a good goal into the play, and you lose it the first 2 seconds. It can really be a mental play. And I mean, at the end of the day, now all of a sudden the test is on. The test is on Join the Force to get themselves the next goal. Is all of a sudden they're looking a bit aggressive. They're looking like they're trying to score that goal, and it could end up being an issue, as we've seen one go in from aggressiveness, which was on the kickoff. They got to watch themselves opening the goal again.
Oh,
as that one does go in
to the target. I think it was a bit surprising from Jinx to get a shot here. The blue team wasn't expecting that shot, especially Wolf Killer. He was waiting for a pass at the midfield, but still hits on the net 2-1 for Join.
He waited for the bounce, and instead he hit it before the bounce, and off rotation, 2 players, and it just managed to go in between both of them. And Jinx looked good in the first series, but just not able to get, the win in the end. But Jinx looked good in the first series and is looking good. It's
what
Owen!
A shot, Owen!
Backwards goal. That is a brilliant goal, and this looked a lot easier than it should have been. He gets the demo, he comes back. Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, he made all the way. He made the demolition, and then it's going back to the ball. It's 3-1, 2 goals break for Join the Force. The Dutch team is looking great for the moment. Richie Gaming with a flip reset. It's not scary for Owen. Web Killer blocked by Jinx, and Jockey Jr. with the ball, with space, with maybe not enough boost to get the ball away. Richie on Owen. Yeah, the Dutch player is looking for a flip reset on the ceiling, and that's a pass midfield, but no problem for Jockey Jr.
That pressure that Join the Force started doing game 2 against their opponents in the last series is really starting to pay off here. You can really see it. They're putting a lot of pressure on Ice Wolf eSports, and it's happening again where they're just getting under too much pressure, trying to find the perfect pass and get cut off in the end. And this is a really, really, really good start from Join the Force, who look like a completely different team than what we saw in the first series today.
Yeah, I mean, they've had good opponents, and Owen's looking for the top corner. Boom. And great shot from Mayhew at the second lane. Jinx with Killers clearing, and again the ball is always on the blue feeds.
Yep, I'd say about 80% of the time at the moment it's just always been on this side of the pitch. And Jinx gets another one, 5-1, and I mean, the pressure, when you have 80% of the ball, you can't get boost. You can't get any of that. You run out of boost. Players start jumping at the ball for no reason. And that's what we're seeing here. 5-1. So much pressure on this Ice Wolves eSport team. And we're only 2 minutes in.
Jockey Jr. with a 100 boost. Flip resets. Second one again. And Owen is blocking all the way. Matthew. Letting the ball for Jinx, and starting to doing eligible things, and blocked by Wall Killer. He was on the play. Flip reset by Jockey. Good connection with Richie Gaming, but still not enough to make a surprise. Your team is so solid, so on place.
It was a good pass to Jinx there, but played the block and it never came, as Jinx might get onto this one. Fakes it out of the way, whether or not by intention or not. Couldn't get there in the end, and maybe a chance here, but Matthew just completely just up there quick.
For Owen.
Owen jinxed. Owen to Jinx. Not
with a dunk, maybe.
That would have been a good goal. I would have enjoyed that
really
one.
Close for the Dutch players. Owen maybe connecting to his teammates. Nice, looking for a bump to Richie Gaming. Jinx on the corner. He's looking again for a block, and Wolf Killer can take the ball away from the Dutch players. Oh, they are looking for bumps. It's 3v1 situation here on the left side. Jinx, maybe for a double tap. It's a bit not powerful enough to make a surprise on the blue fleet. Jockey with a counter. Owen on the corners, looking for bumps. Stopped by Richie.
I don't know about you, but I'm just noticing it every single time that, this is one of those games that at the end, you go on a ballchasing.com and you see the possession stats, and you look at it and it says 80% on the blue side. 80% on the blue side. That's kind of what you're seeing here. It's just they're playing on the halfway line, this team in orange, and they're just not giving them a lick of space. They just cannot get it on their side, and when they do, it's just knocked away, and it's an own goal. Owen
4 goals for
6-1.
Owen. 6-1 Brazil on the line. Maybe for the first game between Join Force and Ice Wolf.
We've already seen one today.
Team.
Already seen one today, and this is a chance at another one. And I mean, it's been a good team performance, but Owen's on 4 goals, which is kind of under the radar. Gotten these 4 goals. We saw Youngstar in the last one get 5 goals, and they were 5 brilliant goals. These are just 4 consistent goals, just goals that you'd think that he would score, but he's in the right position to do so. And he's done well in this game just to be in that right position and get it into the goal. And there, brilliant, 7-1 Brazil.
Oh, what a shot! What a team play there. There was a plan. Matthew to jinx it again to Matthew, and Owen was here with a spider shot, but couldn't manage to take the touch.
He tried to steal it. But that was a good play as well. And I mean, just team plays all up. All 3 players have looked brilliant in terms of team play. And I mean, at the end, it's been 14 shots to 2, and the 1 goal that came in was a kickoff goal on a missed rotation.
Yeah.
So I mean, they just haven't been able to. They just have not been able to get any attack going whatsoever. And I mean, you know, Join the Force absolutely deserved that game 1, and now the momentum. I mean, we were talking about Ice coming off a 7-1 in the previous series and a 6-0, and they've just been 7-1 in game 1. Now's the ultimate test for their confidence. If it wasn't tested before, it's tested now.
It's tested now for sure, and well, it's not a pressure for Ice Wolf here with Join the Force playing so good at the moment. They're way silent. They just had like 2 shots or something like that, and it's a bit hard for them playing against good players. The Dutch team with Owen and Matthew. Looking to the 3rd place match, looking for $50 only, sorry, to the table.
1,500.
Oh, and 1,300.
I hope you're not paying them.
Sure.
As we see here, maybe a bit of pressure. Get a bit of pressure on the ball, Ice Wolves, and they'll get their chances. As I said in the previous series, but if Jinxed can get a chance there, Nelly does. Owen gets down on it, and that's knocked away again. But it comes back dangerous again. Just so much pressure on the ball that all of these saves are brilliant, but eventually they've got to get it out of there, and they do. But Matthew turns back on it.
Still 0-0. Owen for the pass with Matthew is on a good place, maybe for double tap.
Good pass.
Owen with the shot, it's on the post, and Jinx is here to finish the job. 1-0 and 4 minutes left.
Yeah. 2 players went for that first one.
So good.
Yeah, 2 players went for that first one, and it just took them out of position. And then it was just an easy pass in the end. Good play. Didn't do it too low because it would have rolled up the wall. Didn't do it too high because they would have missed. Just perfect positioning, perfect play. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's just unfortunate that Join the Force didn't start quick in their first series. They could have won the entire thing if they played like this.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know if they could manage to do the same thing again against Glitch. Teams looked so good, so solid, and with Mara especially, who went like for a 2-3 flip reset in one action, or maybe a goal, maybe 1 goal. Richie Gaming equalizing here, and it's not like the 1 goal we saw just last game. That's play here.
Yeah, that's. I mean, he's gotten every goal so far for Ice Wolves in this series, and that's better. That'll give them a bit of confidence that they can get past them. They might be able to see, this is better. They're starting to jump at the ball and actually get some pressure on the ball. Whether or not they actually get to the ball is another thing, but that one's just going to go in.
And jinxed. He's another one, another time. He's looking for finishing the job for his teammates.
Yep.
With the ball just on the line.
Yeah.
You just have to touch it with a
Gotta make sure.
touch. 2-1.
Got to make sure. And Jinxed has been very solid today. in terms of passing plays and in terms of team play. So I think he deserves that tap in.
Definitely. And here we're looking for a second goal on an equalizing goal again. Maybe with Richie Gaming, 3 players blocking all the way on the orange team. Jinxed for Mayhew. Yeah, he's pressing through 2 players and it's just on target. I thought he was going for the post. And
I think he was going for a pass here. Yeah.
Richie Gaming was expecting a block for his teammate. 2 players, 2 more chances, but not enough.
Maybe he saw the opening. I mean, if he saw the opening, good on him. He saw 2 players jumping at him, go for the goal. That's all you got to do. I talked about last series where just if you can simply, well played, Owen, and then a demo from Richie Gaming goes in. So much pressure.
Is playing with his foot, as you said.
Yep.
Like it just right here.
Yep.
And it's looking for a 50-50, decent 50-50.
It's a smart move in the end, because if you go for the shot there are times where you'll hit it into your opponent and the ball will go miles away.
On the post,
Wait for them to hit it. Yeah, wait for them to hit it. I mean, it's smart play in the end, even though whether or not it was by design or whether or not he was trolling or anything like that, it is a smart way of doing it, because you guarantee the goal that way, because they're not going to be able to hit it out. There's no way they can hit it out because there's just too much pressure on the ball. As long as you put yourself in front of it, there's just no way that ball isn't going in. And that's another one rolling, but not quite. Jock Jr. gets it away, and I mean, we're 2.5 minutes in here, and it's just so much pressure.
Again,
so much pressure.
5-1 Jinxed, looking for 150-50, avoiding the bump, and then just facing the opponent. I mean, that's maybe a bad fight from Wolf Killer just before, and it's already 5-1 on the line. They are looking for 3 match points, so they are looking great. They are looking scary, and I think they will be heading on the first game with confidence again.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. As that one's just off target and it goes to Killer, and Killer does get one in the end. It's 5-2. I mean, I've seen weirder things happen, so anything's possible. This in my eyes, this series is kind of like, it reminds me of real football when one team puts a lot of pressure on the goalkeeper when they've got the ball, and the goalkeeper's trying to think he's the best player on the pitch, and ends up turning it over in front of goal. That seems to be the what's happening here as well, where the last man is trying to do too much with the ball in a kind of goalkeeper role, and it's leaving open goals up the other end because of it. That's kind of the way I'm seeing it. Yeah.
Since maybe you don't know, but at the last World Cup, France goalkeeper Loic Lloris just went for a hook.
To play it too much.
And we went like 4-2, 10 minutes left, so a bit scary, So don't try this if you're a goalkeeper, especially if you're not good at controlling the ball,
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. They always think they're the best ball players on the pitch. They always think they're the best shooters as well.
Yeah.
Goalkeepers. I mean, I was a goalkeeper for 10 years, and I always thought I was the best penalty taker when I wasn't. But that's exactly it. Never overplay when you're the last player. Just get rid. And you won't create any mistakes in front of ball, or even just wait and be patient sometimes. And wait for that 50-50. Don't try to out-dribble your opponent in that situation. It's just too risky. And we've seen that a couple of times in this series, and it really has come back to haunt them and has put them on the back foot twice in this series. And it looks like we're 2-0.
Yeah, we are 10 seconds left. And the one is looking for last opportunity on this second game for third place match. $50 on the line. Richie Gaming is reaching the ball first. Owen with the ball will be touching the ground, and we are heading to the third game between Join the Force and Ice Wolf. Join the Force is looking great. Ice Wolf didn't manage to clearly put his game on. I mean, they were looking decent against Glitch, especially in the second game. I mean, but here they can't manage with the Dutch players. Always with a possession. It's just like the Dutch football. It's a total Rocket League. They always have the possession, the good position as well. So pretty decent.
Yeah, so sometimes in attacking plays, it's not the player who has the ball, but it's actually the one who the two that don't have the ball that create plays, and that's usually the Rocket League kind of philosophy, is that even though you don't have the ball, you need to be in the right position. You need to find a good play and find a way for your teammate to use the ball, and that's exactly what this team in orange has been doing. More pressure on the ball. Jinxed goal in the first 7 seconds.
Incredible shots from Jinxed here. Top corner, just under the crossbar. No one to defend the shot, and that's a kickoff goal that make damage on the blue field again and again.
Yeah, that's once again just Ice Wolves conceding early in games has really cost them today, in my opinion. Yeah, here we go again. It's just Ice Wolves play well. In my opinion, they've been playing well at the end of games. They've been playing well in the middle of games. The start of games have been struggling. They've been struggling to get started. When they do, when we go like say 45 seconds into a kickoff. There we go.
Goal from
there
goal.
we go.
It's only striker on the team for the moment.
They're finding kickoff goals. I mean, they're finding kickoff goals, but they're conceding a lot as well. It looks as if they're very risky kind of play style on kickoff to try and get some kickoff goals to get themselves back in the series.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't work most of the time. You'll get a goal every once in a while, but you've seen they've conceded 2 goals in the first. There we go. There's conceded 3 goals in the first 26 seconds, and this high pressure attacking kickoff doesn't really work in this EU play style, because they always have that one player who cheats up and plays that type of play, and you cannot allow an open goal like that, because they're just going to dribble it in every time. And we've seen it 3 times in the first 30 seconds, and nearly saw it a 4th time as Matthew nearly got through on that one.
Yeah, in Europe we like to do those left side kickoff to put the ball back for the player who has 100 boost and looking for a solo play. What is in shot? Maybe a double tap. No, you couldn't manage to touch the ball again. But yeah, it's your things to make strategies on kickoff, and it's still not working like really good. Oh, what a pass.
Good pass.
And what a press flip from Jinx, looking for his hat trick. 4-1.
Got it in a minute.
Yeah, for join force.
1 minute in, Jinx gets hat trick. Boom. I mean, on maybe, it's unfortunate for Ice Wolves that they've been put under pressure the entire series, but it just comes down to start of games, I guess. Once the start of game comes along and you've already conceded a couple of goals, your head's already down. It's like that with any Rocket League player. You've got to start fast, not even fast, just start consistently, so that you don't have those type of games where you're 2-0 down in the first minute and already on the back foot trying to force plays. Even though sometimes in your head you mightn't be thinking that, but subconsciously you're forcing plays. You definitely at 2-0 you're already forcing plays in your head and going, okay, I'll just try and pass it to you, and it ends up being cut off, and then all of a sudden it's 3-0. If it's 0-0 in that situation, you're confident and confident that you can get a goal somewhere and get yourself ahead. So you don't want to concede these goals early, and that's unfortunately what Ice Wolves have been doing, and Owen gets that one on the dribble.
Owen has looking so great, just faking first one, and Jockey Jr. couldn't manage to make the save. And I would like to say thank you, King Krita, for the sub gift. Thank you very well. Again, the stuff at StakeCube is looking great.
Out of all the people, They did it to a random member of the community and it managed to go to you out of everybody.
Yeah.
You lucky man.
I am lucky. I don't. I mean, maybe I'm focused.
Yeah, true. 5-1 halfway in, and this has just been a lot of attacking, a lot of passing plays, a lot of dominating of area of the pitch. It's probably been about 80%, and that one's another one as Jinxed will leave that one for iMatthew. Good team play. Well done from them. It is 6-1 halfway through. We've never seen 10 goals from a team in a game. They've got 6 and we're only halfway through.
Yeah, good. We have so many one-sided games at this tournament. Just it was not
It's a
quite the
change
same
from last week.
Last week, yeah, it was already always like last game of a series, and now we had overtimes as well. We're like, I saw the statistic. We have like 3 overtimes, and now we have all the also matchup with 5-goal leads on and everything. So I mean, we have decent team. So the grand final will be like really decent. And
I doubt the grand final goes 3-0.
Yeah,
I somehow doubt that. However, it's still going to be a very, very interesting one for Dunno Chief to see if they can easily get over the line. I think they can eventually own goal.
Richie.
That is the weirdest own goal I've seen in a while. As the last touch goes off Owen and
don't know, maybe he was waiting for a pass, but the landing was not quite accurate. So
pressure.
I don't think he was looking for that own goal.
He had Jinx behind him, right?
Yeah.
And he thought he was going to get demoed.
Pressure.
He thought he was going to get demoed, so he tried to get rid of the ball to stop the easy shot, and that's well played. That's well played to get the goal back. That's better. That's well done from Wolf Killer, who has played well this series.
That's pretty good.
Well this series. Other than
good solo play from Wolf Killer with the solo play faking the first defender and then blocking the other one. It's 7-2 for Join the Force. The Dutch team is looking really great.
Yeah.
And they're heading to the winner of this series, $50. Well, deserved, I guess, for this team that's looking really, really good here. Just again,
well done.
Things with the top corner, head dribble. It's a deposit.
Yeah, the reason why this just goes top corner is because when Jinx jumped, it was going top corner. He didn't have to move his car at all. He just had to dribble it, just make it go straight, and that's all they did. And 8-2 on the scoreline. They are 2 goals away from creating the first ever 10-goal game in. I mean, we've had 10 goals physically, but we haven't had 10 goals from a single team before, and they got to score 2 in 40 seconds to make it happen. Let's see if they can do it to finish off their night.
30 seconds, and I could manage maybe with Owen. Oh, Jackson is looking for maybe flick. Jinx. Oh, it was really close. And the pass was so good. The pre-jump was as well. And Matthew is looking for the save. Maybe 20 seconds left. They are jinxed with Owen. Nasty into pinch and jinxed. It's not on target. 10 seconds left.
It's like they're just non-stop in the air. They don't come down. 8-2 is going to be your final scoreline, barring some kind of miracle. Ball is probably just about to bounce. And well played from Join the Force after their loss in the semi-final. They came back, and they came back strong, getting themselves 50 buckaroos, thanks to StakeCube.
Yeah, Join the Force, the Dutch team, has managed to win the 3rd place match. So good from them. And fortunately, we have the Ice Wolves. They were good at the group stage, but playoff maybe they went mental, and it was a bit anxious, maybe an anxious environment. So I don't know. Maybe next time, I guess it will be better.
They were good. like they were good in the end of games. It was just the start of games where they conceded one too many goals early on, and it was like that for them pretty much all day. They would concede 2 or 3 goals in the first minute.
Yep.
And kind of from there, it's very, very hard to get back into games, let alone series. But then the longer that the series went and the longer that the games went, the more they started to actually get into the game. And that comes with experience, and that comes with practicing. And a lot of pro teams won't worry about the score line per se. That as in, like, yeah, we conceded a goal in the first minute, go back to the way we're playing, we'll get our chances, we'll get our goal. And unfortunately in this one, it just wasn't quite enough in the end.
Not enough for this time. Maybe the next one they managed to win against Atevinta, the winning team of last week.
Yeah.
So I mean, they have the potential for the best. I wish for them. We will be heading to the grand final. There will have like $125 for the first one and $75 for the second. Glitch against Youngstar. Against Youngstar with his teammates. I mean, Vogue and Flows are really good, but Youngstar is another level. This young player from Germany, 18 years old, is moving mountains. That's incredible.
Yeah. I mean, he's. I don't want to say single-handedly, but he definitely dominated that first game that we saw, and it definitely looks like he's the difference factor in this series as well, because there's a lot of defensive plays that we saw from Glitch, and they were good defensively. They only conceded, I think, 1 or 2 goals in the entire series in their previous match, and I think it was one goal they conceded in the entire series of their previous match. So if their defense is on point, they're a chance. However, I mean, it comes down to the last series where I said if Youngstar pops off, they win easy. Dunno, Chief, 3-1. I can't go past Youngstar.
Yeah, I don't know. We're looking for some great things from Glitch, but with Youngstar at this level, I mean, I see Doom Chief sweep Glitch for the moment, but let's see how they can manage to focus on Youngstar. Maybe demoing, I would say, bumping, doing like individual blocks. So they will have to, because Youngstar is looking on fire right now for the grand finals. One title is on the line as well. StakeCube eSport, Turbo Snow 2. And we'll see how Dunyo Chief will manage to engage the series.
Yeah. It's time to get us started. The grand final for the second tournament of the year as we continue these lots of tournaments at StakeCube. Like to call it the StakeCube series that we've been doing at the moment. Lots of games been happening, and here we go with another grand final, best of 5.
With Flows, first occasion maybe for Youngstar, quite difficult to get the read. Crossbar for Vogue, nice shot from Flows. They're starting well.
That's a very fast start. Just Youngstar with a brilliant hit up onto the crossbar. Nearly found Vokes, but then Flows hits it in off the bottom of the crossbar, and they've been dominant at start of games, I've realised. We've seen a lot of that today where teams are dominating at start of games, and I can't remember a game today where there hasn't been a goal in the first minute. And I mean, it's just been non-stop domination from teams, and 1-1, boom, just like that. Goals everywhere. It's just like OCE. Goals everywhere. Yeah, cleverly, perfect play.
Good position. Vogue trying to put it away, but he's managed to put it away from his own teammates. It's 1-1. Youngstar with the kickoff, cleverly with a solo play. He has space, looking for a flip reset. He's passing through, but Vogue was on time.
And that was important that Vogue got back in time, went back on the kickoff instead of going forward. That's the difference there. going back on the kickoff really helps your
Oh, it
teammates.
was wide open.
Yeah, wide open, went for the boom, couldn't quite get it off target. Here's a chance for Flows, couldn't quite get there. Got the 50-50 though, and Youngstar does have the ball, and they cut him off straight away. You see how fast they were to cut off Youngstar. It's a big difference than what we saw in the previous series where he was just given a bit too much time, and you don't want to give this boy time because he is brilliant with the ball.
Flows, maybe for himself. Yeah, is going to put the ball on the backboard, but still we managed to put the ball away with Glitch. Mala, countered by Youngstar, is looking for bumps on Cleverly, but not enough accurate. Flows on the midfield. Youngstar, yeah, he has a good touch, good control. Maybe he's looking for his teammate. Volk is here, but blocked by one defender. Good game for a moment. Great skill in defense for Glitch players. Youngstar maybe going through one player. No, the decent touch after.
This one should come back to defense and does. Flows, can he get another touch on it? He can. Volk was already up for it. Flows somehow got a touch on that. It was completely unintentional, but managed to get something on that. And maybe Cleverly up the other end could get a shot. Not quite. 3 minutes to go. Game 1. Here's a chance, and Mala puts it in. And 2-1 Glitch. They're looking a lot better than what they did in the first series in terms of just pressure on the ball. They're getting that pressure on the ball. 2-1. Dunno Chief in trouble for game 1.
Yeah, between 3 players, they were like too close with each other on the blue team, so it was
got in each other's way.
Hard to look closely at the opponent, and Mala find the ways to the net. Vok maybe on the corner. There will be a solution on the midfield with Flows. Looking for Vok. Again, Youngstar maybe as a third player. But Mark is defending well the backboard.
Flows hits that down, but to nobody in particular. Cleverly is going to pass it to Mark. Oh, that could have been a chance, but couldn't quite find Mark. It would have been a good shot if he had got it off, but Vok ends up knocks it away. Founds Youngstar. Bottom corner, well saved by Mark. Comes back, and that's well counted in the end by Mark, getting rid of it when he can.
A nice touch from Youngstar, looking for a 50-50, and Mark is blocking all the ball, and the ball is looking again for Flows. Flows maybe with Vok, looking for a read on the wall side. Mala with the ball, he has so much space, faking Flows, but it's not working. Mala again. Looking for a counter on Youngstar, but the German player is looking great for a moment, but he ran out of boosts. It's gonna be hard.
I mean, well, I was talking about, if Youngstar doesn't get into this series, all of a sudden it becomes different. And I mean, he's only at 130 points in this first game, and Glitch are ahead. So that theory at the moment seems to be working. If you can find a way to stop Youngstar, you will win games.
Oh, what a shot!
That's a good save.
Crossbar. Cleverly was here, and Flows is looking for the equalization. Youngstar, or to his teammate. What a read, what a pass, but speed's long for his teammates. Flows to Youngstar, maybe 1-2-3, is looking for the backboard. Flows maybe with a touch, and that's a own goal, folks. See.
I mean. It's an own goal, but I think it was,
you have to jump
was going in.
Yeah, you have. Or
Let's have a
maybe
look.
Mala is clearing. Yeah.
Scream. I think that he was already up for it, and even when you scream in that situation, you still think that you've got it. You still think that you're going to save it, and Flows up the other end. Now he scores it.
Mala.
And then Youngstar. 50 seconds to go. Maybe a chance here. All of a sudden, all of the pressure's being put on Glitch, and Dunno Chief late in this one. Get a goal.
Incredible. We saw one defender, but he wasn't defending the near post. What an angle. It was Mark, and Youngstar was already there as well. So it's what a game changer. We've done a Chief again with 1 goal lead at 40 seconds left. We were seeing the Italian team like maybe dominating, but still opportunities went well for
Cleverly?
blue team.
Cleverly again on the angle. 2 players go for it again, and Youngstar does well to get rid. 20 seconds to go. Can they get a chance? Cleverly! That's well saved again. 2 players win! 3-3! There it is.
Really nice. 2 double commits in 10 seconds. Like it was like a decent save to make, a decent click to put on the side, on the corner. So the opponent couldn't manage to take a shot just right now. 18 seconds left. Italian against Germans. Mala with a clear. It's straight to flows. No read. 10 seconds left. We go on the money time.
That's a goal. Oh, Youngstar with his chance, and he didn't get the goal that really a man like him should be getting in that situation. It was kind of open and definitely had a chance to score it just wide in the end. And I mean, I'm going to call it now. This overtime is the most important game of this series.
Yes, it is.
Getting that 1-0 is a massive, massive, massive goal coming up. And maybe Marla can get it. It'd be an upset if the boys in orange can get it. But here's a chance for Cleverly, just off target. Marla couldn't get there in time. Maybe Mark. Mark gets a pass off. Youngstar.
Oh, it's 2v1. 3v1 situation.
Youngstar. Goal.
Oh, the little touch at the end for Youngstar. It's quite enough to put the ball away from Mala. Just here, the little touch. And Mala was a bit short to make the save. It's 1-0 on the series. Duno Chief is leading, but decent performance from Glitch. They were dominating at the first part of the game, but still Duno Chief managed to go all the way back. Incredible performance again from Flows, and that's not Youngstar. That's not dependence with Youngstar. Like fucking Flows make the job.
Yeah, but I mean, it does come down to my old sentence before of if Youngstar starts getting into the game, they'll win. And he got the overtime goal from a dribble, and it looked very, very good. And the only reason why is because he was given that much time, and it was a 3v1 in this situation, and Youngstar gets his goal in overtime. And now Glitch need to watch themselves, because Youngstar's got a taste for blood now. He got the overtime goal. Now they've got to watch themselves. Yeah,
Definitely. Be careful, as the French philosopher said, very big against Khalid. Youngstar with the control, he has so much space. He's fixing Mala, but the Italian player is on place. Oh, what a shot. Mark managed to make the save up with a good pass for Flows. Maybe a double tap. He's looking for it. It's a good touch, but Mala again is blocking.
That was a very good shot from the other corner. It was well saved in the end by I think it was Mark. Yeah, Mark did well to get back and just make sure that one was away, because that was going top corner from the other side of the pitch. And Youngstar with a good pass to Flows, but doesn't get there in the end, and they're going to have to go back, completely reset here, unless Vogue can do something. Tries to find Youngstar, managed to get something on it, and this attacking pressure is starting to come. They got to watch for overcommits, but at the moment, it's looking good.
3 taps from Flows.
Boom.
And what a shot from Vogue, but it's on crossbar. Maybe not finished here, Vogue. Don't manage to put the ball away. Cleverly with Mala. Oh, what a redirect. Maybe Youngstar has already seen it, so he's blocking the ball, and Mark is looking for Cleverly. Right side. It's 2v1 situation. Flows, maybe with a pass back. Now he's letting his teammates going on the ball. Flows with a pass midfield. Cleverly is first against Youngstar. It's maybe a shot from Mark, but it's off target.
Marla's got that. Bang. Absolute brilliant. I think that Mark in this situation was just hitting it into the wall to create a chance for Marla. He knew that he was behind him. Got the bang. Impossible to save. 1-0. That's better team plays from Glitch.
Yeah, it's pretty good from them. The passing play is on point. So smart. Youngstar.
Oh, that nearly went in as well.
He has space. He can... what an aerial. Bit missing. Bit lack of accuracy. And clearly he's clever. He's just waiting for the ball. And making his shot. And Flows too close. Vogue run out of boost.
Well, that's exactly it. And I mean, Cleverly, not for the first time today, has done something cleverly and noticed that he was in trouble and went straight for the ball, got it brilliant. And I mean, open goal in the end just from hitting the ball. We've talked about just hit the ball in those situations, and it gets another goal, and it's 2-0, and all of a sudden, it's not the same game anymore. It's not Youngstar dominating. It seems to be a lot of team plays coming from the side of Glitch, who have been playing pretty well in terms of team plays all day. And I mean, Youngstar has hardly had any of the ball in this second game.
Yeah, the Glitch is definitely looking good. Pretty solid on the fight, just like here with Cleverly. Is looking for another 50-50. Flows with a double tap. Well, Youngstar has so much space, good control. He has too many solutions. The pass maybe here. And Vogue is looking for a shot. Flows
That's
maybe again. And it's one goal lead only now.
Youngstar gets a good block here. This is a good shot because of the fact that there's only one player and he's going back. There's just too much pressure on the ball. Flows is there, puts in the easy tap in, and they get a goal back. And, I mean, now is Youngstar time, in my opinion. This is where if Youngstar scores a goal and gets the overtime and gets a clutch, all of a sudden we're talking 2-0 in the series because just too much pressure is being put on by Youngstar. This is his time. Not quite. This is his time to get the goal right here, Youngstar.
3v1, Youngstar looking for demolition, looking for physical play. Didn't manage to touch anyone. Mana, he has so many space. He's looking for maybe a fake 50-50 low, but did not manage to get through defense. Cleverly with a shot, easily saved by Flows. He's putting it on the corner, and Mana
Demos.
trying to put the ball away on the other side. Flows, good counter. Vogue, well, that's a 3v2 situation, maybe with Flows. And Youngstar is hesitating, and Mark is focusing him.
Yeah, you can see he's been demoed about twice in the past minute, and they're definitely focusing him. You can see that they've got their eyes on him. They want him out of this play and out of this game. And 1 minute to go on the clock. They've done well to waste a whole minute and a half off the clock. They only need one goal, though, and it could come at any time in this next minute as the pressure is starting to pounce here and get bigger on the side of Dunno Chief, who are trying to find that goal to get themselves an equaliser.
Flows, maybe with one solution. Good counter by Mala. He was already on the ball. Vogue with a counter. Flows has to go all the way up all the way down on his field, and it's him again. That's hitting the ball. Vogue on the
Mark turns on it, shouldn't have.
Yeah, and it was quite open. Be careful with Vogue. Really close. 15 seconds left.
Yeah, turning on that ball is very dangerous when there's 20 seconds to go and you're 2-1 up. Fair enough if you're 2-1 down, but here's the chance for Youngstar! Well saved in the end by the whole team there, it seemed like, as everybody got in front of that ball to make sure it didn't. Flows will have a chance on 0 seconds and will not get it. Still up in the air. That ball still up in the air. Still, as Flows tries to find a play, and Youngstar was there, couldn't finish it.
Yeah,
get a game on the board.
Glitch with equalization in the series. It's 1-1, and Duno Chief is looking to the equalization bit, but not enough to be dominating. Glitch is actually dominating, so that's pretty good for them, because I mean that's two games dominated, and they have to confirm on the third game, which will be important because it's the first tournament point.
You know, the biggest stat in that one was Youngstar only had 124 points.
Yeah, it's like eight times
so
less.
Once again, and once again, it comes back to that story of if Youngstar pops off, they win games, which we've seen throughout the entire day. They win games where he pops off. They lose games where he doesn't, or games are close. And that's where they need to get that Youngstar factor back in. He needs to get a couple of goals just to get himself going, and they'll win this series. But at the moment, if they keep putting the demos on him, they're playing well here. they've listened. They've listened to me and you in terms of get him out of the play, and they're starting to do that and put pressure on him in defense as well, because his attack is definitely better than his defense. So put the pressure on.
Good defending on the backboards by Cleverly. Flows with a shot, easily saved by Mark. Putting the ball away on the left side. Youngstar, bad control for the German player. And Mark is has so much space here. Good counter. Maybe Youngstar for the shot. It's not on target.
Ooh.
Good opportunity for Donachief, but still, they did not manage to put it on the way.
Yeah, and you see, because they're putting pressure on Youngstar, when he actually does get an opening, he's getting a bit not nervous, but just kind of not doing it with the confidence he would normally do, because he doesn't have time on the ball as much as he would. As that's cut off Marla. Boom. Great cut off. And I was talking before about the whole goalkeeper thing and just getting rid in this situation. He needed to just get rid.
Good 50-50 from Mala, and Vok was like controlling the ball. He has the possession, but a bit naive here to just put the ball on the midfield and is looking for another touch again and again. But still, the Italian team knows how to defend, knows how to cut off the plays, cut off the counter attacks. So they have to be careful on those recuperation of the ball. Flows maybe here on the right side, and Cleverly always two players defending against one. So that's pretty good from the Italian players.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. And the pressure is kind of gone out the window at the moment for Youngstar, who hasn't really been getting that much attacking play in, and it's allowing time on the ball for Glitch. It's allowing him to kind of just slow it down, and that's a good pass there from Youngstar, but couldn't quite get it in. And it's just allowing him to play it under their terms. Whereas when Youngstar starts dominating, they're under pressure. And now there it is. That's what I was waiting from Youngstar. A bit of reverse demos. Get the demos going the other way.
Last defender.
Yep, just get the demos the other way. You're getting demoed. Go up there and do it yourself. And that's exactly what he did there. Wonderful play from Youngstar to give Flows the goal, 1-1.
1-1 on the half time. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Flows maybe he's looking for a read, and Mark is not in good position, but didn't manage to touch the ball. Vok with the pass, but Youngstar is again and again focused. Mala
Demos are back.
Going top corner. Flows is a bit short, and the Italian team is going again with the 1-goal lead.
That's Mark's goal. Demoed Youngstar out of the play in the middle, and Marla noticed it, went straight through the middle. Brilliant goal, 2-1, and now it's become a game of demos and pressure. And it's exactly what we were saying earlier, where how do you beat Youngstar? Just get him out of the play. Just demo him and he's out of the play. And the 2 goals that they have scored are when he was out of the play. So maybe, just maybe, they've found a way to get through this Donachief side. As Youngstar blows up Mark for his previous demo on him, so I guess they've got a grudge all of a sudden.
Well, Vok is alone, defending against Cleverly. Ball is on the midfield. Mark is first, but Youngstar is on place to make the clear.
Pressure.
Well, it's on midfield here. Not good enough here, but the clear. Youngstar is losing fights after fights, and it's quite surprising from him.
Yeah, and I mean, he's been struggling game 2 and 3 here, and the way that Youngstar plays, the way he makes score on the board is by scoring goals. He is a very individual player. Mark 3-1. Now we start talking. Now we start talking about have Glitch found a way to get through Donachief.
Brilliant. Pixel from Mark. What a shot from the Italian player. Glitch is looking for those highlights, for those pinch, and that's perfect, because when you know that the best to pinch at the game is an Italian player, as we Arne Kirksey. So
Mr. Kirksey himself, yeah.
But Kirksey did not intend to make it on the ceiling, you know.
Yeah, I know, yeah, well, that's exactly it.
Incredible.
He did it accidentally, it became a big thing. Youngstar gets one on the board, and you know, I talk about once you get Youngstar going, they'll win games. 56 seconds to go, and this one's still on now with that goal there. Just an opening that he found out of nowhere. 56 seconds to go. This is nervous time for Glitch. If they go 2-1 up, they're huge favourites. If they lose this game, they're not anymore.
Youngstar with a shot, not accurate, maybe
Oh!
for a pass for Flows, but he's missing the shot. We're missing just the dash. And is looking maybe great here in the corner, stopped by Cleverly, and Vok is looking again and again of 50-50 on the other side.
The problem here is they're playing so attacking that they're going to watch the other end as well, and just watch what's happening at the other end, because they'll find an open goal and it'll end up being 4-2 if they keep playing like this. But there's 15 seconds on the clock. They might as well go for it now. Youngstar's trying to get something on it. Couldn't quite. 10 seconds to go. As Flows couldn't get to that one. Cleverly gets to it. And here is the opening that I was talking about. They can waste as much time as they can on the clock.
But be careful. Flows is here. Oh, a bit. He had to be selfish. There was a shot maybe, potentially. And now
I would have just banged it. Yeah.
Like they have like 2 tournament points now, and Mala and Mark they're looking great. Mark with a pinch, that's a fabulous shot from him. But they still you know, like, do you know, if you like look at the stats, they had no saves. No saves means you are not here to defend. And when you see Glitch, they are here to defend. They are just looking for those play with Duno and then counter-attack. That's catenaccio.
The most dominating stat there for me is the fact that Glitch had 3 shots, 3 goals, whereas Duno had 9 shots for only 2 goals. Glitch found their opportunities when they could, and that's exactly it. They played it defensive and waited for their opportunities to come to them, and played it brilliantly in the end. And now they're on match point, and I mean, to be honest with you, I haven't seen a more smarter type of game than what I've seen from Glitch in this series. They've played this very smart. They know what they're coming into. They've dominated the game because of the fact that they've gotten rid of Youngstar, like we said in the what we were saying in the semi-final. Get rid of Youngstar and you've got yourself a game, and that's what they're starting to do, getting them off the pitch and playing it to their terms instead of around the other way. And Duno Chief are just in trouble because of it, and a lot of pressure's starting to come on this side in orange. And Mark with a chance, 1-0. Brilliant play.
First intention, first shot. What a speed! 120 kilometers per hour. Oh, no chance to defend here.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Just put the goal in. Just put the ball in the goal. That's all you got to do. Don't worry about dribbling it and trying to make your flip resets and everything else. When you're playing against a team like this, just put the goal. Just put it in there. And at 120 k's an hour, it's unsavable no matter who you are. And brilliant goal in the end. And domination once again as they get that first goal. And now they're in trouble.
They're in big trouble, and Cleverly is a bit short on this one. Youngstar we managed to get the read. Instead,
this was a hard one.
His opponent.
This was such an awkward spot for Cleverly to get.
Yeah, not anticipating.
Just couldn't quite get there in the end. And Youngstar gets his goal. Maybe he'll get a bit of blood off that and get a few goals, as now he's bumping players out of the way and he's already up waiting, and maybe a chance here as Flows tries to find the shot, and it's 50-50. Youngstar isn't going to turn on that. He does in the end. He faked that he wasn't going to, and then did. Youngstar so far forward at the moment. He's playing like an attacker, just waiting for that pass. Does get it, but it's off target.
Mala on the other side. Good bump from Youngstar, making a play for his teammates. Good here with Flows. Double taps. They're serving Youngstar, but third player is bit short from Vok. Cleverly on the other side. Mala with a good control. Just look at it. Have this gentle touch, just a bit in the air, so you can keep the position for yourself. Youngstar on the air, looking for Vok, maybe with a double tap. There is Flows here. He's first on the ball.
Well done from Flows, but well done from Youngstar and Voke. Youngstar with a brilliant pass to Voke. Voke was too high and he knew it, so he just hit it off the wall. Flows was there for it. Brilliant play, 2-1. And now it's completely turned on its head again. Dono Chief trying to take this to a game 5.
Well, maybe.
We had one last week.
Yeah, last week, game 5. Last week again in semi-finals, game 3 and game 3. No further place match, but still they were like so close series.
Yeah.
And I think we will be heading to one tonight with the grand final here against the German and the Italian team Vogue with the shots. It's
That's a good bang. Unlucky. Mark was there to make sure, and pressure's being put on now. They're 2-1 up. They can taste it. They can taste that game 5. They're trying to get that play, and I think Youngstar's covered, and he completely misses the ball because it was just a weird angle for him to get on. Mark, maybe a chance up the other end. Pressure's on. They're going to get rid of it eventually from Vogue, and they find Youngstar, but Cleverly's going to be there on the side to just put it over on the side. The pressure is on Marla, though, who couldn't get there, and he missed the boost as well. Cleverly's going to get there. The ball's in the air. Youngstar is there. Couldn't quite save by Mark as Flows went for it instead. And 2 minutes on the clock, and it's still 2-1.
Marla looking for Mark on the other side, trying to put the ball away, but Youngstar was anticipating. Oh, what a read! What a read and what a touch from Vogue! I don't understand how he managed to put some power. What a touch!
No way!
Gentle touch.
I thought it was an own goal. That is just a brilliant touch in the end. It's 3-1, and I mean that's probably the pick of the litter if you're a fan of Dono Chief. That's the best goal they've scored all day. And I mean, it's funny because like Youngstars scored 70% of them, and then Vogue scores one. It's an absolute banger, and that's just the way it goes sometimes with Vogue. That's a brilliant touch. Once again, just put the ball in the net, and that's exactly what he did in the hardest way possible. And Cleverly tries to get one back, and it's going to hit the side of the post, comes back, scores. Still not over yet.
They're still here. They're still on the game, and maybe they can finish, but still they're just reducing the difference between them and the German team Dono Chief with Youngstar. Mala looking for a kick-off goals, bit short Mark with a really decent read. Managed to clear all on the back on the defense.
There's a chance. It's 3-3. It's 3-3.
Incredible.
Just like that. Mark with a wonderful read off the 50-50. Youngstar wasn't there. He went back on rotation. And Mark puts it in for 3-3. And 2 goals in 20 seconds completely turns this series on its head.
Oh, that's a good.
And now the demos are coming in. Yep.
Mark on
now
the air.
Look at
He's looking for a flip reset. He's passing through one player, but still, Flows managed to touch the ball. Vogue with a good
They've
play.
gotten confident. You can see they've gotten confident. They're tasting something here. They're trying to find that next goal because the next goal is the most important one here in this series. And if the boys of Dono Chief score it all of a sudden, game 5, if Glitch score here, they'd create quite an upset, in my opinion, and get themselves a well-deserved win as they try to find the demo. This one comes back to Marla, not quite. Cleverly tries to find the pass. It comes back down. Awkwardness. It ends up taken away. 30 seconds on the clock, as you can hear the announcers say. And now, chance for Mark to get something over to Cleverly. Cleverly and Marla will just go back and reset, try to create one more play before overtime. Mark tries to get something on it, but he won't get there in time. And Vogue, can he find someone? No. And it looks like both teams are just trying to get passing plays with 10 seconds to go here. Mark does a well save here. Chance here for Youngstar. Chance!
Oh,
not quite!
And still the ball is on the air. Flows with the touch. He's looking for a pass for a midfield, and we are going overtime. And we are 1 goal away from a title for the Italian team. The Glitch players are looking great at the end of the game. Flows with a pass. First, he's looking for a pass for maybe Vogue. He was waiting, but the ball wasn't enough powerful.
In my opinion, if Glitch are going to win this series, they're going to score here. If they concede here, all of a sudden the momentum is on the side of Dono Chief and is completely different. This is the goal that matters. this right here as Marla tries to find Mark and get something on. Mark might be able to turn on this. Comes back to Marla. Nearly an own goal from Flows and Youngstar. They nearly find each other. Marla ends up knocking Voke out of the way. That creates some confusion. Cleverly's also up front. This one should come back to Marla to create another play. Marla goes up, goes back down. Marla fakes Youngstar. Does well. Chance to win. Taken away by Flo.
No block team, as we didn't follow the carrier of the ball. Mark was alone, all alone, and both players, both teammates, were just behind Mark with a shot. And Flo's great defending here. Youngstar maybe with a dunk. It's complicated. Oh, Mala with a double tap. Cleverly with a dunk. Oh, be careful. Mark was the last defender, and avoiding the demolition was necessary.
Marla ends up knocking that straight over to Voke, but it ends up, that's going to go over Flo's. No, he's done well there to make sure, as now Mark gets it over to the corner. Cleverly's going to take this one and just bang it. That goes over Voke, which creates a chance for Mark to get a pass. That's a good pass. Maybe a good chance. Well, knocked away. Youngstar. Don't give Youngstar so much time on the ball, and that's why Mark blows him up. Well played again. We've seen that so many times. Cleverly couldn't get that one. Mark's going to put that over to the corner. 2 minutes into overtime, and maybe a chance here for Youngstar. Misses the ball entirely. It goes back to Orange, but here's a chance for Youngstar to take it to overtime. Good
target.
We nearly had a game 5, couldn't quite. 2 minutes 10, and here comes Voke.
Good control from Mala. Good shot, good dash again, and Mark was 1 meter away from the title. Cleverly with a clay. It's easy for Flows. Good controlling, and Mark has to go all the way back here. Flows with counter. Mala will be the first on the ball. Good play from the Italian players, looking for maybe Mark on the other side. Youngstar is countered. Flows, double commit again and again.
I tell you what, the pressure on the ball there, that was nearly a goal. Youngstar did well to get something on that. Cleverly couldn't quite finish it off. The longer this overtime goes, the more important it is that Glitch score. Because if they don't, the momentum's going to be on the side of Dunno Chief, as their heads will go down. They won't be happy with the fact that they had a chance to win it all. Cleverly, good pass. 3 minutes to go, couldn't quite get it. It goes to Voke, gets a second touch on it. He'll go down on it too. Cleverly, comes back to Cleverly. Flo should be able to bang that, and does.
But Mark was on the place already. Cleverly with a double tap. No, not quite enough. To take the
chance.
Read. Oh, nice from Mark. He's putting it away again and again. And we are starting the 4th minute. Here, Mala close. Youngstar maybe with a penalty. Didn't manage to put the goal on the right side of the net, which was really empty.
Both players kind of didn't know who to go for it there. And ends up being Voke, but he only gets the 50-50 on it. Youngstar's there as well. Youngstar couldn't quite get the 50-50 go his way. Marla gets that away and then gets the second touch and the flip reset on it. But it only goes as far as Voke, who tries to get something on it and cleverly knocks it away. We're 4 minutes into overtime. Still don't know who's going to win this one, as Marla puts it up to Cleverly. He was up fast. He's got a chance here to give it to Mark. Mark to win it! He has!
Mark, he has! Mark with a gentle touch. He's going to making happen. Youngstar is just running too quickly here. He was looking for a hard shot, and still Mark with the little touch managed to give his teammates the title of winner of Turbo Snow 2. Incredible from both teams. Incredible level from both teams with an overtime of 5 minutes. 5 minutes, guys. Oh my god.
I mean, to say that this was a smart game is an underestimation. I think that the way that they played this series was smart for a bubble team. I think that they really came into this. They came into this series probably knowing how good that this team was, and knowing where their strong points are, knowing that demos will probably work against this team because they're very team orientated and they're trying to pass it to one person in particular to make those plays. and cutting that one person off stopped attack. They could not get, if they did get shots, it wasn't going to anyone in particular. It wasn't going to a specific spot of the goal like we usually see. And it was a completely different series because of that. And Glitch deserved champions in the end. We looked a bit silly by predicting against them, but after game one and seeing them win overtime and look really, really good, and then winning a 5-minute overtime to win the entire thing. That's the thing with these overtimes is if they lose that game 4 overtime, if the goal goes the other way, we're going into game 5 and Dunno Chief would be favourites because they've just won a 5-minute overtime. Glitch getting that goal is the most important goal of all, and they absolutely deserve to be champions because of it.
Yeah, Italian wins at the end against the German team. Youngstar won't be the star tonight, and well done by Mark, by his teammates again. Mala and Cleverly, 3 players that play together. They play really decent with good shots from Mark, good shots from Mala. We saw earlier in the night Mala looking for free preset. Good things, and good creativity from these players. I hope they will be here at the next tournament of StakeCube eSport.
And funnily enough, we're in one of those rare situations where there wasn't really a standout player on the side of Glitch because it was just wonderfully team played in the end. You can't really give a man of the match when all 3 players were just so evenly spread in terms of gameplay. You'd have one pop off and then another pop off and then very good defensive plays. Cleverly was very good defensively. He did very well defense side to make sure that and I mean Mark was if I was going to give it to anyone, it'd probably be Mark, and the only reason why is because he put a lot of pressure on the ball and off the ball. The pressure off the ball was the most important part because it stopped Youngstar from getting those plays. And I think he was very smart in playing on Youngstar what looked like the entire series and got them that win over the line. It was a very smart play from Mark and a very smart play from the entire team to play the way they did today.
A Glitch will be, interviews or no interviews tonight with Glitch, but we'll be heading home with $125, 75 for Dunno Chief and $50 for Join the Force. It was a good tournament. I think we'll be thanking all the people just behind the scene. Thank you, Berto, for production again and again. Thank you, StakeCube eSports, for the confidence. I'm so glad to make those tournaments, even if you maybe see the French accent. I'm trying, and I'm working on it a bit. And I mean, thank you again for
French and an Aussie.
Yeah,
French and an Aussie, mate.
Well, I mean, that's quite. I mean, you can listen to it.
It's like two of the worst accents being put together.
Yeah, I mean, get up can make. Yeah, it's worst. I mean, and voila.
It's like you've got the Australian one with the twang, and you got the French one with the the ooh la la. It's the complete opposite of accents, but we do it well here, and I really do enjoy doing these tournaments with you. And
thank you
once again. Another fun morning, and after fun morning comes fun sleep for me because it's 6 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm going to bed. I don't know about you. You'll probably stay up for a while, but
yes, I have RLCS just after that.
You do
again
too.
And again,
RLCS,
good series incoming, I guess.
You've got that. I'll probably watch a bit and then head off to bed. But thanks to everybody behind the scenes. Thanks to everybody as usual. Thanks to Meta Brands as well and Cryptic for helping us today with their sponsorship and Meta Brands helping with their new user interfaces and all that stuff. Thanks boys. That'll do us for today. Thank you, Imagine Action, as always. Thank you, everybody behind the scenes. That's done from me, Mr. Foxy. I am gone. See you later. I'm going to bed. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Hold me close, we're going sideways.
We want to thank our friends at Metabrands for sponsoring our eSport event. Metabrands is a metaverse resource DAO that provides instant exposure to the top performing NFTs, play-to-earn models, and player-owned economies.